Hey there! Welcome to Thief 2: The Metal Age. This will be a full expert playthrough alongside the fantastic Fen Phoenix, who is also playing the game. And there's a link in the description for his playlist, and it'll be a lot of fun. This Thief game is the one that I played as a kid. I didn't have Thief the Dark Project or Thief Gold until well after I played this game, so this was my introduction to the series. So I have a slightly different perspective than someone who played the first game first, and we'll get into that as we go. Let's begin. I'm going to go on Expert.
I've always equated feelings with getting caught. They both get in the way of my money. Unfortunately, not everyone is as committed to their work as I am. An old associate of mine, Basso the Boxman, wants to marry Lady Rumford's chambermaid, Genevieve, and live happily ever after. Guess prison life spoiled his taste for thievery. Too bad for Basso that Lady Rumford has other plans. Marriage would void Genevieve's indentured service contract, so Rumford is keeping her confined in the estate with the rest of her worldly possessions. Basso has asked for my assistance on getting her out, since infiltration is my specialty. I make it a policy never to take a job so sentimental, but the Rumford Manor could be a lucrative opportunity for a man like me. It would also mean that Basso would owe me a favor, and in this line of work you can never have too many of those. I'll sneak in after dark and clear a path for Basso so he can rescue his damsel in distress. Along the way, I'll pick up a few souvenirs for the local pawn shops. That should make all this aggravation worthwhile. Otherwise, I'll make Basso wish he was still rotting in Crag's Cleft. This proves it. Going legit is more trouble than it's worth.
So presumably Basso will then owe us two favors, since I don't think we ever made good on the first one. Now, if you've ever played Thief 1, we saved Basso from Craig's Cleft prison, as mentioned in that opening scene. And in that, we were after Basso's sister. That's why we saved him, because we wanted him to put in a good word for his sister. And in this game, that seems to be completely dropped. If Garrett ever had some kind of affectionate side, it really didn't show up anywhere in Thief Gold aside from certain objectives such as that, and it's dropped entirely in this game, so I'm not sure what happened. Presumably his date with Basso's sister didn't go so well. I'm guessing he got stood up, or perhaps she insulted his manhood. But whatever the case, we'll be doing this. Okay, so we need to signal him with a bird call once we're ready. We have to get him out of the mansion together. But first we gotta scout ahead, and that's mostly what this mission is, just scouting ahead. And this can be done in literally a couple minutes. Except, we have a loot goal. 600 in loot with 200 in gems, which seems really, really small. I mean, really? 600 and 200? But the tough part is that 200 in gems, because there are only like a handful of items that give you gems in this mission. So, you have to find the precisely right thing. I really don't like it when they do that, because that's kind of annoying, because that it makes you absolutely have to do the right thing, go to the right place, and that's just kind of contrary to what thieves should be, in my opinion. So we can't kill anyone because Genevieve would be aghast, whatever. She would become aghast. Anyway, but that doesn't stop us from teaching guards a lesson, so we gotta score at least 8 knockouts, which is pretty ridiculous and kind of against Garrett's character, but whatever. Presumably, Genevieve would not be aghast by us knocking people out. Though, frankly, I don't see why we can't just kill people and then tell her that we knocked them out, and how is she ever going to know the difference? Whatever, apparently we're a very honest thief. Let's begin.
I sprung the lock on the side door for you, Garrett. It's the only good way in.
Thank you, Basso. And already you see the big advantages, well, not advantages per se, but the big improvements in Thief 2. In Thief 1, for the most part, except for in the stuff added in Thief Gold, the AI had very pointy feet, and they were divided down the middle. There was a division line down the middle, and each side was a mirror of the other side, including in the texture. Well, here in Thief 2, and in the new stuff in Thief Gold, AI have much higher polygons in their models, and their texture includes a full front and a full back. So they're not split down the middle, mirrored from side to side. Their arms and legs are mirrored on side to side, but yeah, it's just an interesting difference. And now I finally got my special mechanical eye so I can zoom in and observe the delicious high resolution texture on his face. Well, comparatively high resolution if you compare it to the first one. Of course, this isn't truly high resolution, but yeah. I'm once more using the 1.19 patch. I forgot to mention that in the opening to this game, but be that as it may. Also, I believe in this game you no longer are sped up from jumping or side jumping like this or anything like that. So, what a shame. I was just getting used to that. Oh well.
Good thing the butler's out for the night. He left his lights on.
That line always confused me. It's a good thing he's out for the night and he left his lights on, or it's a good thing he's out for the night because he left his lights on. I don't know. Now, when I first played this game, I completely missed this key, and I had to look it up because I couldn't see it, and that was kind of a weird thing to leave it there. And on normal, it's sitting right here on the table, so I'm not sure. I suppose it is certainly more difficult to have it laying there instead of on the table, but it's kind of more difficult in a dickish kind of way. Let's check out the downstairs first. Clear all that out. Now, let me also say that I really like the detail put into Thief 2. I think that it's, in general anyway, got much nicer architecture and stuff. So you look at the nice detail of this wainscoting. It's got these panels inset, and it's got a border on top of and bottom. Same with the roof. It's actually very nicely done, and kudos to them for improving their building methods, you know? There's definite improvement, no question. And you can hear the EAX that's been enabled thanks to my OpenAL, or that is Open Alchemy. Cheese! Well, we're not Wallace from Wallace and Gromit, so we don't really care that much about cheese. Unless it's worth something. Maybe it is valuable cheese, you know? Maybe we could sell that. Oh well, Garrett's not the type to sell cheese, it seems. Oh well, what a missed opportunity.
Damn torches. Always sputtering out.
Well, don't just make Taff over it. Light it up.
I lost my tinderbox. Oh, why don't you do it?
I ain't the one that's complaining, am I now?
Huh.
Now, I kind of like the EAX, but I think that there is a little excessive. Just my opinion. Got some cards here in their barracks. Yay! See, that's why it's only a 600 gold limit, because, well, loot limit. Because they're very stingy with what they hand out. Just a few coins here, a few coins there. Apparently, Lady, what's her name? Whatever, the lady of this mansion is not nearly so kindly to her people as far as pay goes. It's interesting. Usually in Thief 2, these guys fall into each other. There we go, kind of like that. And normally you could walk through them. I wonder if that's a change from 1.19, because I could have sworn that in Thief 2, typically, once an AI is knocked out, it's basically got no physics model that you can bump into for the ease of, you know, slapping them all in a pile and not getting stuck in a doorway. That might be a 1.19 change that wasn't ever mentioned anywhere, because I don't recall ever seeing that. Oh well. That's some nice stuff here. I'm not sure exactly why these people need flash bombs, but whatever. There's a secret here, I'm pretty sure, somewhere. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. somewhere else. I don't know. You got some bellows. That's the funny thing. Okay, this thing, which looks kind of weird, it's supposed to be, well, a bellows. It's supposed to have, like, kind of an accordion-like pump that goes up and down. But due to a mistake in Thief 2's, well, they're called game sys files, but basically they're the files that tell objects how to act and stuff. Due to an error in that, as soon as the game starts, those things fly off into infinity, basically. So that's a pretty big bug that the game shipped with, and it's clearly not been fixed by 1.19 because 1.19 doesn't modify any game files. Well, yeah, just program files, no game files. Does that make any sense? I don't know, but yeah, that's what that is, if you ever wondered. Hey, buddy. I will just grab you and hide you over here. Awesome. Let's check out what we got here. A lot of noise. Big water tank and nothing. Nothing at all. Unless there's something hidden that I missed. I'm nervous because I did a test play of this, oh, months ago, so I don't remember exactly, but it was some time ago. Oh, here's got an AI that's just walking into the silly table, and he's just not figuring out what he's doing. Well, that's kind of unfortunate and unusual. It's definitely not supposed to be doing that, and there's no way for me to avoid being seen here, so I guess I'll have to be seen or distract him. I generally like to knock out everyone here, but I mean, there's, of course, it theoretically is better if you're unseen or whatever, but using my environment to my advantage. And you can hide right here. I'm not sure if he's technically in view or not there, but whatever. Look at these nice tables, how they have a different texture on the side, or at least an enlarged version of the texture. It's not exactly the same as on the top. Little details, you know. I don't recall there being too many misaligned textures in this game. But then again, I haven't really truly played through it in some time, so I could be mistaken there. There you got a little bit of a brush clipping through the wall. Shame on them. You can see that there's a kind of a marble-ish texture there. Or maybe it's supposed to be like stucco or plaster or something. Whatever the case, it should not be there. Anything else here? No? Okay. We're a good chunk of our way in already. 1/3 of the loot. And basically that accounts for the majority, well, half of the loot that we'll be able to grab that's just your standard cups and coins and stuff, because the gems are going to be in something special, though I'm not sure what offhand. I don't remember. Funny that they'd... Oh, look, we almost got it all now, so that's pretty easy. Funny that they'd have all those nice goblets and then they have some flimsy, crummy wooden goblets, you know? What's the deal with that? As far as I know, there's nothing... Oh, hello. Aside from that, there's nothing really important in this room, which is good because this guy has a ridiculously small patrol route, and there's no way to go in there without being seen, unless you do some, you know, tricky work here or there. Which I will not do because I don't really intend to try and break things unless it's especially hilarious. Some pots and stuff. Oh, alright. And what's nice is that this actually goes to a real chimney and everything's all lined up properly. So it's cool that they put all that effort in. I'm pretty sure that if you go outside and look at it, you'll actually see the chimney. It's not just an illusion that it goes in. Well, by in, I mean it goes all the way up to the ceiling. It actually does. They made all the effort to make everything line up. So you can tell they put a lot of effort into the design here, and they planned it all out beforehand. Although I suppose that was kind of the case as well in the first game, but nevertheless, as opposed to me, if I ever make any thief missions, I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants and just make whatever. Hey, buddy. Come with me. I could be mistaken, but I just did a quick test recording a bit ago, and I could have sworn that you can now knock out AI from behind, even if it's not in the darkness. Unlike in Thief 1, where they have to be in the darkness to be knocked out from behind if they've seen you. If they've seen you, that is. That is if they are on full alert and attacking you. They can only be knocked out from behind if it's in complete darkness like this. Note the light gem at the bottom of the screen. But I think that may be different in this one. Maybe. I'm not sure. Oh well. Cute little rooms here. Just kind of crummy and everything's kind of stuffed in here. But it looks good. Makes sense. We've got a readable. Okay. Dunya, huh? So, there's a new sheriff in town. But people wish it used to be the way it was before. Sheriff Truart. Alright. And we've actually got a scroll there that we don't pick up. Okay. Anything valuable here? Nope. Just a little bit of lore. Alright. Well, lore is fine. Unless you're talking about Star Trek, in which case he's kind of a prick, but we're not, so.
Just gonna go up and tell him no more guard duty. 6 Taff years.
Well, that guy's just gonna have to continue his guard duty because we are not going to harass him.
Door. Guess Basso can open it. He's not much of a sneak, but he can sure handle a lock.
Sure hope so. Because apparently we lost our lockpicks somewhere because we don't have them yet. Anything valuable here? You'd think so, because it's like a room with some water, which is good for hiding little bits of loot, like a ring or something. But apparently not. It's interesting that this floor coincides with the floor above it, in that they both have the tile. I'm thinking that might be like a bathroom or something. And then it's got these pillars. That's pretty cool. I don't know, it makes sense if it's a bathroom though, right? Because there's a little bit of water there, like it's leaking out of the bathtub. There's a lot of cool shapes in this mission. There's not, like, note how these hallways aren't just straight north, south, east, west. Oh, there's a mistake with the texture there. Oh well. Happens. It happens. But see how the hallway, of course, curves away and it limits your line of sight? That's good, because if you can see too far, then it's not as interesting, because it's just more boring to look at, simply enough. Yeah, it's always more interesting if you have something obscuring your view, forcing you to move around to see more. It's always better that way. Alright. And you can stack crates like crazy in this game if you feel inclined, which I don't. Get out of here. Out of my way. Alright. Now over here we have a gorgeous bit of gold. Unfortunately, still no gems. I don't want that. I want the bread. The loaf. Oh. Hello. That looks like it might be a gem. Yes! No, it's not. Okay. I thought it was a gem, but nope. It's clearly just some silver. Ah. Disappointing. Because I still remember how I was unable to find enough gems during that one playtest a few months ago. And I'm a little nervous about that because I don't know what exactly is going to happen. If I have to gonna have to cut and search around or cut and look it up. God, I hope not. I hate having to do that. That table looks strangely crummy. Considering this is a very nice guest room or whatever. See, again, with the beautiful detail on the ceiling there. And there's nothing special about these panels here, but still, it's good they use different textures to make things a little more interesting, you know, not plaster down the entire wall. And even with these supports here, it's just very well made. Very well made.